Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I have for you yet again another foundation review. What I have in front of me today is brand new from ABH or Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is their Luminous foundation. There are a crap ton of foundations hitting the market right now all at once. I feel like I am just drowning in a sea of all these foundations, and I think it's great because a lot of them are being released in tons of different shades, a lot of options, different finishes, which is awesome. And I feel like so many of us have been like, yes, we love the shade range, thumbs up for that, but where are the more hydrating, luminous, radiant foundations? And I think they are finally listening. Let's go ahead and jump into it. I picked mine up in the shade 270C. Picking out my shade was quite confusing. A lot of them are described as cool tone. I don't understand that. If you guys look at this shade, this is pretty spot on with every other foundation I've ever purchased. I have very warm undertones, yellow undertone, golden undertone. Sometimes I can pull off a neutral here and there, but most of the time I'm pretty yellow. And to me, this is not cool tone in any way, shape, or form. In fact, I believe it was described as light to medium skin with cool yellow undertones. That doesn't make sense to me. I thought that this shade range was trash at first, just looking at the description of the shades. It was like every single one was a number followed by a C. And I'm like, really? Where are the warm tone shades? What are we doing here? So I'm happy that it worked out, but it is quite confusing. So I do want to mention that if you are planning on purchasing this product, watch out for that. All right, so we are going to do the typical foundation application, one half with a brush, one half with a sponge, just to see which finish turns out better. I'm also going to take you guys throughout my day and do check-ins. So I'm going to try to wear this foundation for a good 10 hours, maybe even longer. We'll kind of see. I have a long work day ahead of me. We will see if this foundation holds up. I do want to just mention a few of the claims really quickly. This is a vegan, gluten-free, alcohol-free formula. This is clinically and dermatologist tested, ophthalmologist tested, and my favorite part of this foundation is that it is non-comedogenic, which means it is not going to clog your pores. Yes, I absolutely love that this is specified on this product. I also love that it is stated to be suitable for sensitive skin. It is long wearing and has no flashback. Pretty much everything here is my dream foundation, the way that this is listed. I love that it is alcohol free. So many of these foundations that are launching are full of alcohol. I don't get it, but non-comedogenic, alcohol free, long wearing, dermatologist tested. Not gonna repeat myself again, but you guys get the drift. It's amazing. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in. Let's get some foundation on my face. All right, so we've got glass packaging. It's really nice. I am a fan of glass. We've got a pump here, which is awesome as well. So I have a fresh, clean, Wet n Wild sponge right here in front of me. You guys know that's my favorite sponge, or maybe you don't if you've never watched my videos before, but I love the Wet n Wild sponge. That is about a pump right there. It's a pretty thick formula. This is a little bit, possibly just a tad light for me right now. Just gonna mention that, but my tan will soon fade, and if I love this product, I wanna be able to wear it in the winter months. So we'll start with that. I still have quite a bit of product in the back of my hand. Go in with the sponge, and we're just gonna start to blend this out. So I think this is supposed to be a buildable medium coverage product. So I'm going to pick up the rest of the product that's in the back of my hand and just put that around the nose area where I tend to be a little bit more red. So this is about one pump of the foundation using a sponge. I'm actually pretty impressed with the coverage, and it looks really nice so far. It's got a very natural finish. It blended out very easily, and I think it looks pretty good. Let's build it up just a little bit. Now again, that was a full pump. I do feel like I would want just a little bit more today. Typically I would be good with this level of coverage, but I'm feeling a little bit more red than I normally would, so let's just go ahead and use a little bit more and see where this takes us. All right, you guys, so this is about 2 pumps of foundation. It layered beautifully. I have to be honest, first impressions, this looks like my skin. It doesn't look dry. It's not clinging to any of my dry patches. It blended out really nicely. I don't see that it's settling into any lines, pores. anything like that. I feel like it's looking pretty good so far. All right, so let's move on to the brush side. I have my Sigma Flat Kabuki. This is the F80. Now I do want to mention one pump doesn't disperse a ton of product. Just take note of that. Again, this was 2 pumps on this side of the face. You guys, I do want to mention quickly, I haven't used my Sigma brush in a while because I've been using a sponge, and the hairs are just falling out of this like crazy, and it's never done that before. Have any of you ever had that happen with a Sigma brush? I don't really know what's going on here. I haven't been using a brush for my foundation in a really long time. It's weird how I kind of go back and forth between a brush and a sponge. One minute I'm all about a sponge, the next minute I'm all about a brush. That blended out way too easily, but I'm gonna say right off the bat, I definitely prefer this product with a sponge. I feel like with the brush already so far, I don't feel like it's melting into my skin like it did with the sponge. I feel like it's almost like it's sitting on top. Yeah, already pressing it in with the sponge, it's looking so much better. Definitely prefer a sponge, at least for my skin personally. I just like the way that that looks better. I did get more coverage with the brush. Obviously, that goes without saying. I know that you guys would probably guess that already. It looks so much prettier with a sponge and pressing this into the skin. You could do that too to get more out of the product. You could apply it with a brush using probably about 2 pumps of this all over the face, and then just press it in with the sponge, and you're gonna get some bomb-ass coverage out of it. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup, and then I will be right back. All right, you guys, so here we are. First impressions, I think that this foundation looks really nice on the skin. The more that it sat and the more that it had chance to sit, it looks just really like a natural skin finish. All of my products layered beautifully on top of it. I am testing a new mascara right now as well, so please excuse the extreme transfer on the top of my lid. I have to clean that up. First impressions so far, I think that this foundation looks stunning. So like I said, I will be back with check-ins throughout my day with you guys, just to kind of show you how things are wearing. I will do a check-in outside so you guys can see things in natural light. And then obviously at the end of the day, we will do final thoughts, final impressions on this foundation. I will see you guys in a little bit. All right, you guys, so here I am with check-in number 1. I am beyond impressed with this foundation so far. I've had this on for a little over 5 hours now, and things are looking really, really beautiful and good. Nothing is fading or bunching up or settling into any fine lines or wrinkles or anything. I know you guys like to see things in natural light, so I thought it'd be good to show you guys right now, 5 hours in, something like that, how this foundation is looking, and I think it's looking really, really beautiful. So we will see how this continues to wear. I will check in with you guys in a little bit, but yeah, as you can see, things are looking good. I'm impressed. All right, you guys, so here we are. I've had this foundation on now for about 8 hours at this point. I will be doing one more check-in after this. It'll be the final check-in, but you guys, again, this foundation's looking pretty good. I look a little bit glowy in some spots, but I am totally fine with that. I prefer something that wears a little bit more glowy than dry. But again, nothing's clinging. Everything is still looking pretty good for 8 hours into my workday. Still impressed, still going strong in my opinion. At least it looks good for me right now looking into my camera, so. This foundation is wearing beautifully. That's really all I can say. Beautiful, love it so far, feels super comfortable on the skin. So yeah, you guys, one more check-in around the 10-hour mark. Final thoughts, we'll do it. But yeah, I have to say that ABH, you're doing something right with this one. It looks pretty good. All right, guys, here we are. It is around 7:30 p.m., which means I have had this foundation on for a little over 10 hours. Final consensus, you guys, I'm just gonna get right into it, is I think that this foundation is amazing. This is one of the best foundations I have tested in a really long time. Now, I did recently review the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue, as well as the Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation. The Dose of Colors for a matte foundation is hands down probably my favorite matte foundation. It is so good. However, though, when it comes to an everyday product, something that I know my skin will just look radiant and like a real true natural to glowy skin finish, especially for my dry skin, I would definitely continue to reach for the ABH Luminous foundation. To me, it's as if my L'Oreal 24-Hour Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation and the NARS Naturally Radiant Long Wear Foundation kind of came together, had a baby, and this would be the end result. It kind of takes the best of both worlds. Your more natural satin finish, your more hydrating finish, boom, together, and this falls right in the middle. One thing that I absolutely love about this foundation is how naturally glowy my skin looks without looking heavy or dewy. It gives me a radiance. I am a little bit shiny in the forehead, but like I said, it doesn't look like I'm oily or greasy. It just looks like I have a glowing complexion, and I don't feel like there's anything on my skin. It is so freaking comfortable. It didn't cling around my nose. Right here, foundation does tend to cling after several hours of wear because I am very dry right here recently. The last several months, I'm not quite sure why, but I do get kind of peely. Now, obviously, as you can see, I am a little bit red right here. Makeup, no matter what, breaks up right here on me. It doesn't matter what foundation I wear, what primer I'm using. It's just, it is what it is. I touch my nose a lot. I have allergies chronically, indoor, outdoor, so I have to blow my nose, touch my nose a lot. And obviously just right here from talking and eating, generally right here, that is my wear zone, I call it. But again, my skin looks, to me, so good. So good. I love this finish. I think it is fantastic. I will continue to reach for this foundation. This is A+. Again, this is one of the best foundations, hands down, out of everything I have tried thus far. This one is by far one of the best. Does it take first place away from L'Oreal? No, but they're definitely tied. These I would just keep top shelf. One thing I do also want to mention is how awesome this shade ended up working out for me, despite the confusion of it being called a cool foundation, which again, this definitely is not. This is like a perfect shade match for me, like awesome. I have no lines of demarcation. It literally looks like my skin, but better. I can't speak highly enough about this. One thing that would, or a few things I should say, that would put this foundation in first place is the ingredients. The ingredients in this foundation are absolutely fantastic. If you read through here, it's amazing. The best part about it is alcohol-free, vegan, clinically tested, dermatologist tested, ophthalmologist tested, non-comedogenic. That right there, number one, just hands down applauding ABH for that, because there are so many people, you know, who deal with acne or have sensitive skin, especially if you have larger pores. Things can get messy real quick. And I think that this being non-comedogenic is a lifesaver because it opens the door for so many different skin types. The fact that it doesn't have alcohol in it, again, that it's long wearing and that it's suitable for sensitive skin, awesome. Do I feel like super oily skin could wear this? I don't know. I feel like if you use the right primer and you set it properly, I feel like someone with oilier skin could pull this foundation off, and definitely people with dry skin, yes. Yes, yes. If you have dry skin, you will love this foundation. So good. Again, thumbs up. Total win. I am going to continue to wear this. I feel like especially as the colder months approach and my skin does get drier, that this is going to become a holy grail product. Awesome. 100% approved. I am so happy that this foundation worked out and wore as beautifully as it did, because I am a sucker for a good complexion product, and the ingredients and how beautiful it is and the packaging and everything, you guys, I'm just I'm so excited about it. So excited to continue to wear it. There are my final thoughts. Leave me a comment down below and let me know if you have tried this foundation, if you were waiting on my review now. What are your thoughts? Do you think you want to try it out? Yeah, if you have any other questions down down below about foundation, complexion, finding the right product for yourself. Leave me a comment, you guys. I love helping you guys out. So any questions that you have for me with makeup in general, leave a comment down below. I would be happy to respond and give you tips and tricks or answer any questions that you might have about this product that I haven't answered in this video. So let me know. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you liked it. Of course, be sure to subscribe to my channel before you go if you haven't already. And if you are subscribed, hit the bell button. That way you won't miss any videos just like this one. I love you guys so much, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye, guys.